Greetings, teachers. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Socrative. Okay, just Google Socrative and go to teacher login, or you can just click on the main link here. Notice that there is a place for students to log in. So I'm just going to go to teacher login since I already have an account and I'm already logged in here. Okay, so here is our interface for this. We have a toolbar up here. Okay, but we also, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger so you can see that. So we have a toolbar up here, and then we have these different buttons options here. Okay, so we're in the launch part of this. This is where you launch your different assessments, and you will notice that up here, this is my classroom, and you can see that I don't have any students in my classroom right now. So students access this from an app, and they could also access it from online, but I would recommend the app. But when students, once you activate an assessment, then students will log in to it. They'll go to the app and put in your classroom name. Mine's Dr. Thomas. You will have a different name up here. And then once they log in and enter your classroom, this is my Dr. Thomas's classroom, then you will see them populate it here. You'll see the numbers and you can clear the room there. Okay, but nonetheless, so we are in launch. Once we create a quiz, so I think right now when you first access it, they have like a quiz that they have created that you will see there. But once you create quizzes, once you click on this, you'll see all the different quizzes that you've created. And to start one, you just select it and hit next. They have some other features on here that I want to go over. One of them is space rates, which gamifies any quizzes that you have created. So you just pick a quiz that you created and hit next. Pick the number of teams that you want. Pick the logo that you want. You've got some other options over here, like you can shuffle questions, shuffle answers, show feedback, and so forth. And once you get started, you click, and students will again join your classroom. You can put them in teams, okay? And as what they will see on their app is the question, and whether or not they answer it whether or not they answer correctly. Try that one more time. If they answer it correctly, the rocket will move, and if they don't, it will stay stationary, and they race across the screen taking the assessment. With all of the assessments, once you hit finish and stop them, or at least the quiz assessments, I should say, once you hit stop, it saves your data, and you can view it, or you can get reports here. And when you click on get reports, you can email it to yourself or you can download it. So, and once you download it, it opens up, or it comes up in an Excel spreadsheet. So really nice feature. So let me restate that. Once the students take your assessments in Socrative, when you stop those, you have the option to download those assessments via an Excel spreadsheet to your desktop. Okay, those assessments are also stored here under reports. I'll talk about that in just a second. I want to finish the launch screen first. So that's quiz and space race. The exit ticket is just what it says. When you click on the exit ticket, it pushes an exit ticket to your students. There's 3 questions that the students get, and just real quickly, I'm going to Socrative. Oops. So they'll get 3 questions. I was just looking to see it off the top of my head. I can't remember what those are, so I'm going to the room. So they'll be asked to put their name in when you hit that. And then the first question they get is, how well did you understand today's material? You answer that. And you can see I've joined as a student, and you can see now up here 1 person is in the room. Okay? KT. Okay, then the next one is, what did you learn today? And you put an answer in here and hit submit. You can see what the answer is I put in there. I forgot the our own answer. And then the third question is, please answer the teacher's question. So you could have a question written on the board, or you could have given them a question, or you can just orally ask them a question, and then they answer the question here. Okay. When you get finished, once again, you get that report. Okay, so you can see all of the students' names and all of their answers to the exit slips. Great formative assessment. So that is the top three. Now the bottom three here, I'm going to clear the room, I'm still logged in. The bottom three are just quick questions. So let's say that you just went over the difference between nouns and verbs. And you hit multiple choice, and you say to the students, okay, quick assessment to see how well you did understanding the difference between nouns and verbs. The word dog, noun or verb. A would be a noun, B would be a verb. And when the students enter the room again via the app, give their answer, okay, it will show their answers here. Same way with true, false, same way with short answer. So this is just where you've just gone over a lesson. You want to get a quick formative assessment of how well they grasp the concepts that you just covered. You could write a question on the board. You could orally present a question. You may have given them a sheet of paper at the beginning of class that had questions on it that you're going to ask them to answer over the course of the lesson via these quick responses. Okay? And that is the quick questions. Now, moving across here. Quizzes, this particular tab is where you go to create your quizzes. You can see I've got a bunch of them. Okay. To create a new quiz, just click on Add Quiz. Now look, see that import? I'll talk about that in just a second. Hit Create a New Quiz, and when you do, see you get this Enable Sharing code right here. That quiz allows you, you could take that, that code allows you to share any assessments that you create with your colleagues. And the way that you would do that is if a colleague gave you the code to one of their assessments, instead of when you go to create like we did a second ago and it says import, then you would put the code in there. And then so it's a great way to collaborate with colleagues on assessments. So you just give your quiz a title. And you can align this with standards. Okay, and then Socrative offers 3 options to create questions: multiple choice. Put your question in here. Notice that you could put an image, so I could put a picture here. Maybe we were doing geography, and I could put a picture here of North America, and then the question could be, what continent is this? And then they put their answer here. Okay. So answers you put here, and you just select the correct one. You just select the correct answer here. If you need fewer ones, you just hit the X. If you need more, you click on the plus and add an answer. I love the fact that you can give an explanation, so you can give feedback to students based on their answers or on each question. And the way that you add true and false and short answers is the same. Okay, so very simple tool to use, Socrative. All right. Let's have at least 2. All right, so just going to throw that away. Now, let's go to reports. Okay, your rooms are just, this is where you see your assessments, results becomes active when a quiz is actually going. The results becomes active. All right, so let's go to reports. Okay, so reports, again, each time you give a quiz and you stop that quiz, the data for your quiz is saved here in reports. Okay, so it's a wonderful tool. You can come in here, you can see I've got reports, shoot, who knows how far back, okay, all the way to 2016. Okay, so you just keep those reports in here and you just click on it and you can download those charts, okay, in an Excel spreadsheet. So that's pretty much Socrative. That's pretty much everything about that. You've got the launch page where so once you create quizzes, you start them here. You can turn them into games through Space Race. You can give exit tickets here. And then if you want to just give quick formative assessments, you put that here. You create your quizzes under the quiz tabs, okay, and once you stop those, the data from those is stored in the reports, okay? So very simple tool to use, one of my favorites.